Hi, hello and welcome, kings and queens, cuties and beans, back to Final Fantasy XIV Online, over on Reborn. As I told you before, it was all but inevitable that an incident of this kind would eventually occur, given the rising tensions within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reasons to believe that this particular riot may not have begun spontaneously. Have I piqued your curiosity? Good. Then you will accompany me to the Hall of Flames. I would hear what General Reborn has to say upon the matter. Let's go. Hey Reborn, what's up? Now is not a good time, Ren. My hands are full with dealing with refugees. Oh? Precisely the matter we wish to discuss, General. Alphino, back on your feet already. You may credit my swift recovery to your chirurgeons. Wait, so you actually were hurt? What the Alright. Alright. My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled. I trust you managed to regain control of the situation. Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but not before the unrest had spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain throughout Thanalan. We have sent what forces we can to spell the root out of the last of the belligerents, but progress is slow. They are damnably elusive. I can well imagine, given that the majority of refugees live outside the walls, it stands to reason that they would know the lay of the land. What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little accident, I observed that several of the refugees were armed, and not with butcher's knives or pitchforks, but with martial weaponry. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. None can deny that tensions between the Ul'dan citizenry and the refugee population have increased since the Domans were turned away. But would that motivate a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. And what if those who have not even a single gil to spend, who could not survive without the aid provided by the immortal flames? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against their benefactors. Come to the point. Very well. My point, General, is that this powder keg of discontent was not set alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion, and now order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can wait. Except if you're gonna hurt innocent people, restoring that duty. Or order, whatever. Duty. I do not have time to discuss this. My scouts will be returning and on. Oh, Reborn, come on. The General is no fool. He keeps his own counsel, and with good cause. Were he to claim, without the necessary proof, that these riots were instigated by outside forces, the monitorists would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the most outspoken proponents of refugee aid. Regardless, they will face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have far more faith in your abilities, Ren. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation, independent of the authorities. To that end, I would have you make inquiries in the settlements suspected of harboring belligerents. Commander Swift will know which they are. He may balk at a request for such information, but I've no doubt that you can persuade him with your silver tongue. I, meanwhile, shall seek answers in my own way, after which we can regroup and share our findings. Well then, shall we? Yeah, Reborn's not stupid, especially because he used to not be in the position he's in, so... I get him not saying anything, but come on. You look as though you have something to say, Ren. Do you? What you ask is no simple favor. Were such information to fall in the wrong hands, the lives of countless soldiers would be at risk. Even so, there is wisdom in your words. An able individual may be better suited to this task then a regiment. Very well. The Brass Blades have reported suspicious activity in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be unrelated to recent events, but we doubt it. I suggest you begin by speaking to the Blades posted there. Thank you, Swift. Okay, where am I blanking on where Lost Hope is? Oh! Okay, it's right outside. A friend of the Sultan, are we? I take it this means someone has read my report. The refugees who left with the merchant have yet to return, and I am increasingly concerned that Zazawaka's suspicions were correct. You haven't the foggiest what I'm talking about, do you? Never mind, speak with Zazawaka. He will explain everything. What? Oh, no. What brings you here, adventurer? Search for refugees. Well, then you've come to the right place. Oh, you mean those refugees? Oh no, you won't find them here. Most of the people of Lost Hope have come to accept their situation, and are content to pass their days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have trouble understanding that, like that merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow, but awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Oh. Oh, don't hurt me. I'm not one of them. I beg your pardon. You're not a flame. I see. If Lil Frick bids you speak with me, then I take it you've agreed to help. 'Twill be praised for that, because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others have fallen under the fanatic's spell, but not I. Promises of revolution and retribution, of holding the ruling class to account and taking that which is owed. A childish fantasy. I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but few would heed my words. Now that one of our idealistics has returned, however, the madness of the merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Look behind yonder tent, and you will understand why. Oh, is it the frightened one? Even now, he babbles incoherently, so traumatized is he by the bloodshed he witnessed. Try as I might, I can make little sense of his words beyond the fact that he was not alone in surviving. Yet, I've no doubt the merchant will lead the remainder to their doom. I beg of you, find them before he does. Oh no. Hi. What are you doing? Don't draw. Don't draw. Don't draw. Don't draw. Don't draw. Why didn't you run away with me? We could have escaped together. Then you'd be here with me. Be here to soothe me. Why? Why did you have to stay and leave me alone? Ow. Who are you? What do you want? It's true. I followed the merchant, and may the gods strike me down for my folly. What they will not give, you must take, he said. When we asked how, he revealed the cache of weapons he had brought and implored us to seize control of our fates. I thought about running then and there, but the others were so excited. He split us into two groups, sent us off on our own. But when the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with theirs, but then they started arguing, and then fighting. And then everyone was fighting, and then the flames were shouting to give no quarter, and... Oh. Oh gods, the other group. They're still out there. If we don't stop them, they'll be massacred like mine was. Ow. Well, that's painful. The other refugees are hiding in the caves south of Lost Hope, but to approach them would be fruitless. They would sooner call us agents of the Sultanate and try to kill us than listen to reason. Why, the twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. A pox on all bloody sellswords. They were supposed to train us to fight, but the ones he sent with us vanished during the struggle. Oh, if only we had never listened to that merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous, that the gods would never suffer us to be defeated. They were forced to confront reality. That's it. Challenge the twins to combat and show my brethren that their strongest warriors are no match for one man. Mayhap then they will agree to lay down their arms and renounce this plot. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, they're on the rock. 7 Hells, they found us. Everyone, grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point. So that's your game, is it? Sorry to disappoint you, lad, but we're more than willing to kill you ourselves. Yeah. Yeah. You done? Hello? Oh, there we go. You beat him like it was nothing. The Thor Almighty. What are we gonna do now? Go back. Jeez. Oh, I forgot I can fly. You've returned. Did you find my brethren? What of the twins? What happened? I see. Well, you had no choice. Better that a handful of them take a beating from you than the lot get butchered by the flames. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? I didn't see a merchant. Where else would he be? Unless he went to Stone's Throw to recruit others. Oh no. The merchant wished to approach the refugees in Stone's Throw, but was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. Now that there's nothing to stop him from continuing his work. How many more must perish in pursuit of this futile cause? How much more suffering must we endure before it ends? Find him. Convince him to cease his mad quest. It will surely lead us to ruin. Alright. I can do that. Boop. Oh no. Have you seen my parents? They told me to stay here with the others. They said they'd be back soon, but it's been days. They left with the man from Uldar. The man said they were going to change everything, make it so we could live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked it when he said that. I didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry, and I got scared. So, sir, are you looking for someone? Looking for a merchant. You mean the man who left with my parents? But I don't know where he... Oh. Is that him? Wait, look over there. I think that's him. Well now, which of these gullible fools should be my next victim? Ooh, I'ma kick your ass. Yeah, hey, what's up? You... Ooh. He's getting away. Go get him. Oh, I will. Oh, don't worry. Oh, that'd be cool if they actually made it a chase sequence. Come on. Let's go. Where is he taking them? Over here. Oh, there he is. Hey, what's up? You again? Why are you pursuing me? Sedition, treason, revolution. That's preposterous. Yeah? Who's filled your head with these lies? Refugees? The self-same refugees who terrorized the streets of Uldar? You have no evidence to prove your accusations. None. Yeah? No, I will not accompany you to the Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me. Oh, but you better move. For the sake of the argument, let us say I did do the things you claim. Surely you don't think I give a kick here and arse about politics. It was business. Only business. Ooh. Who are you looking for? I'm gonna beat you. Who's that? We both know I'm not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear I shall tell you everything. You're gonna tell me everything right now. Oh wait, that dude had a bow. Aw, shit. That was rude. What's all this commotion? 7 L's. Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may still be close. Yeah, I think he's long gone, unfortunately. That was rude. Well, that just happened. Old adventurer, I would know more about your relationship with the victim, as well as the events leading up to his death. This man was responsible for the recent riots. Mayhap we owe his murderer a debt of gratitude. Now he was about to tell me more information! In any case, it is obvious you are not the one whom we seek. You may carry on with your investigation, Scion. Let's go back to the Hall of Flames. What news, Ren? Where's the merchant? Yeah, about that. Murdered? Damn it all to the 7th hell. He was not simply murdered, Ren. He was silenced. Too many knew his face, and he was ready to divulge his secrets. Do not despair, though. We may be closer to identifying the true orchestrator of these riots than you realize. I really hope so. The Flame General left word that you were to proceed to the Fragrant Chamber as soon as you returned. He wishes to discuss your recent discoveries, as well as the results of our own investigation. Master Alphino has already been informed and should be waiting for you outside. Pray, proceed to the Royal Promenade with all haste and speak with Bartholomew. Alright. We've been expecting you, sir. Please proceed inside.
Commander Swift has kept us apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
Despite our best effort...
Oh, sorry.
This information does not leave this room. The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the Calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination. Together with a group of Alamegan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate. Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence. Until a certain incident served as a call to arms.
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters. It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
The fuck?
We assumed at first that the attack was born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated.
Good.
Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Teleji Adeleji.
I knew it.
Teleji Adeleji. But he spoke in favor of the Doman's cause, and has
He
ever
wants to use
seemed
him.
sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
Know you of the Cartano Reclamation Bill? It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
Aye. Some might even call it a battlefield. The destruction wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge. What is less well known is that his rampage laid bare ancient Alagon ruins, of which no record existed. There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled, which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day. Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement. Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations.
Yeah, that's where we do the PvP stuff.
In this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill. A shameless bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way. If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort. And you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Alagon ruin.
Someone should have
The
pushed
man
him
would
off.
threaten the unity of the Eorzean alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain.
He walks a path all his own, independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the Syndicate.
By inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution. His sympathy for the plight of the Domans was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths?
Money.
What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate, and, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate?
Money. Power.
Omega.
Pardon?
Excuse me?
An Oligon monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger, we know
Ooh.
not. It has yet to be fully excavated. Oligon inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself. If accurate, it might explain why Nail Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cotonou Flats. Given the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation, destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
When first I bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon, one which could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut!
Aye, we were skeptical ourselves. Truth be told, until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged. However, if someone were to restore it, as the Garleans did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power.
Oh yeah, he'd wipe it out. He'd wipe everyone out
Power
that he
enough
doesn't
to
like.
subjugate Uldar like as not, and the rest of Eorzea besides, which is doubtless why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
That he should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
'Tis in acknowledgement of his own limitations that he seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
Oh,
Pray waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Uldar.
were there no guards
It would
watching the
seem
door?
the implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
What's Bartholomew doing? I should be glad to know the truth, and yet, the thought that all this chaos was the product of one man's lust for power sickens me. How long do you think they intend to hide the existence of Omega from the Scions? That they even felt the need to do so is most troubling. It would be in our best interest to learn more of the military activities in the disputed territories. Fortunately, you are already well positioned to do so, Sergeant Sylvius. Pray, keep us informed of any developments in Cartano. Be gone, whelp. This is no place for children. Oh, hey. Don't yell at her. I'm sorry. I was looking for you, sir. You said you were looking for the man who left with my parents. You know this girl? So he visited Stone's Throw as well. I see. Did you find the man? Were my parents with him? They were not, I'm afraid. However, I can think of several places they might be. If you like, we can go and look for them together. Really? You'll help me look, mister? Of course. But first I must needs finish speaking with my friend. He's telling me a secret, you see, so no one else is allowed to listen. Mayhap you could wait for me by that pillar over there. We require but a moment. Oh. Okay, mister. I'll be waiting. I'll take her to the quicksand. Mayhap Momodi will know what to do. A legion of Garleans, an ether-starved primal. Even dealing with an Ascian would be preferable to this charade. Sometimes I fear Minfilia is too ambitious. We rush hither and yon in response to threats as they arise, without concern for the strain it places on our limited resources and ourselves. Mayhap the time has come for a change. Oh?
Ren, this is Minfilia. I know this is sudden, but I must ask you to return to Revenant's Toll with all due haste. The situation in the Twelveswood has taken a turn for the worse. I will explain in detail once you arrive.
I gotta go. The Twelveswood? Then the primal threat she spoke of before has been confirmed. I've received no reports of Ixali activity, which leaves the Sylphs? Go, Ren. You know as well as I that the appearance of a primal takes precedence over all else. Oh, and when you arrive, do inform the antecedent that while I am grateful for her concern, she needn't fear for my safety. I am more than capable of protecting myself. Alright. Oh. Hello? Oh.
It is a relief to see you healthy and hale, Ren. The latest news from Uldar was most disturbing.
Clearly, the only injury Alphanus suffered was to his ego. Doubtless it will heal ere long. The other Scions will need to be present for this meeting. If you're ready to begin, I will summon them now. Yeah. Thank you for responding to my call with such haste. Rest assured, I should not have summoned you were it not urgent. To business, then. I have received some most disturbing news from the Order of the Twin Adder. They have reason to believe that the Sylphs may have called forth their revered guardian, the Primal Ramu. I'm sorry, may have. Then it is not certain. The Elder Seedseer informs us that the elementals themselves murmur of the Lord of Levin's return to the forest. The Sylphalans, however, display no signs of undue commotion. Forgive me, antecedent, but the fact that need not contradict the elemental's testimony. Unlike his more bellicose compeers, Garuda and so on, Ramu is reputed to act only in the defense of his children. I imagine he would soon make his presence known if any were foolish enough to directly endanger the Sylphs or their territory. The abruptness of this development concerns me. Were we not keeping a close watch on the touched ones and their movements? If preparations for a summoning ritual were indeed underway, 'twould surely not have escaped your notice.
It didn't. I was pretty sure it's going to happen, just not this soon.
I beg your pardon. You foresaw this eventuality and did not to prevent it?
I told Papa Limo. I suppose I could have reported things to Minfilia earlier, but there honestly wasn't much we could do except wait and see. You know how the sylphs feel about people poking around their territory. They already summoned Ramu once, right after the calamity, but that was because the Guardians came tramping through the forest.
Oh no. So as long as Castramorian stands, the sylphs cannot be blamed for wishing to have their guardian deity on hand. In short, Ida and I are in agreement. The actions of the forest folk were inevitable and unavoidable. And I maintain that observation would have remained the best policy had it not been for the sudden influx of strangers into the Black Shroud. That, alas, we did not foresee. By all accounts, the recent violence in Uldar drove a number of refugees to seek safety under the concealing canopy of the trees. 'Tis like that the sylphs perceived this panicked migration as yet another invasion, and quickened their efforts to summon their god. I'm put in mind of Titans and the Kobolds. Once again, it is the affairs of men which have paved the way for Primal's coming. Indeed, one cannot help but wonder what manner of place Eorzea would be without the civilizing influence of mankind. Be that as it may, this regrettable development does afford us a unique opportunity.
Ren, through your dealings with the sylphs of Little Solus, you once succeeded in preventing an untimely conflict with Gridania. I wonder, might one who was treated with the sylphs so fruitfully in the past not achieve similar success with their patron deity? If Ramu can be convinced of our intentions, it may be the first step to breaking the cycle of primal summoning. A fond hope. Were such a thing possible, we would not have been at war with the Beastmen since time immemorial. But maybe this time we can...
Let us continue this discussion anon. We must needs first consult with the nation most affected by Ramu's presence. The Elder Seedseer has requested your personal involvement, Ren. Pray report to Commander Huelo at the Owl's Nest as soon as you're able. Steel yourself for the worst. While I hope for a peaceful resolution to this matter, experience suggests that your meeting with the Lord of Levin will prove less than amicable. In such an event, your fellow Scions will of course lend you whatever support you require. Sergeant Silvius, your arrival has been most anticipated. The appearance of a primal has ever caused for alarm and unease. But my men stand ready for any eventuality. I know of none more qualified than you to snuff out this threat. Indeed, I would have you do so without delay. The Elder Seedseer, however, would speak with you first. She is of the opinion that your diplomatic, rather than martial skills, may better serve our cause. I will leave further explanation to our learned leader. Pray, make your way to Nofika's altar. The conjurer in attendance will admit you to the lotus stand. Okay. The other Scions have already arrived, so may I show you in? Yes.
Scions of the Seventh Dawn, on behalf of the people of Gridania, I bid you welcome. Your presence is of great comfort to us all in these days of uncertainty. I summoned you here to share tidings of a most urgent nature. But a short while ago, the great elemental spoke, and his voice was clarion in its intensity. Ramu is returned unto the forest. Scarce had his words ceased to echo in mine ears when we were visited by an emissary from Little Solace.
Hello.
Our guest informs us that the sylphs too have sensed the presence of the Lord of Levin. Though his exact whereabouts remain unknown, we may safely assume that the primal was summoned within the heart of the Sylphlands. Unlike the other primals you have encountered, Lord Ramu is no raging avatar of destruction. He is revered as much for his wisdom as his strength, serving as both arbiter and guardian to his children. Given that we and the Sylphs found a way to share the Twelveswood, it is my hope that this sagely immortal will be amenable to reason, and that conflict may be avoided. Blessed as you are with the power of the Echo, you are one of the few among us who may commune with a primal without fear of influence. I would ask, therefore, that you represent us in this most delicate of negotiations.
I can do that.
The Twelveswood has suffered enough. Upon this, we and the Sylphs, and I would venture Lord Ramu himself, are in perfect accord. Let us not endanger our shared home by engaging in unnecessary hostilities. Dear friend, I beseech you, safeguard the peace which exists between our peoples. You have my thanks. Pray make for Little Solace, then. A member of the Order of the Twin Adder awaits you there. He will advise you on how to find the Lord of Levin. An ill wind blows through the forest. Yet, it is not only the Twelveswood that flinches at its coming. All the lands of Eorzea shiver in dread anticipation. Have care.
Hello. Sergeant Sylvius, I was told to expect you. I understand you go to treat with the primal Ramu himself. An unbelievable task, but one for which I have no doubt you are well suited. I have been told that your fellow Scions are conducting an investigation of the area as we speak, that we might ascertain the location where the Lord of Levin might be found. I would ask that you abide here until they return with their findings. Okay. I was told that a messenger would be sent as soon as your fellow Scions finished their investigation. I do not imagine it will be much longer. Oh, hello.
This one returns, and returns with good tidings. Wise ones have finished searching, and have wisely identified the precise location where the Touched Ones summoned Lord Ramu.
Your timing is impeccable, my fluttery friend. Might you be so kind as to escort this good man to his fellow Scions?
It would be this one's pleasure, Walking One. Please, please come with this one.
Alright, let's go. Ooh, I need you. Ooh. that I can summon while running now. Alright.
Wise ones have ventured deep, deep within the Sylvanlands. These ones must proceed carefully and keep an eye out for touched ones.
Okay. Makes me think of Alice in Wonderland. Alright.
This one is most sorry, but this one can go no further. Draw too close to Lord Ramu, and this one may turn mean and nasty like touched ones. So this one must say farewell for now. Walking One will find wise ones not far from here, to the south. Go in safety, Walking One.
Okay, be safe. This way. Okay. Nice. Alright. So, that is where we'll end it. You can pick up here next time. But thank you to everyone that came in and hung out. I truly hope you had fun. Leave a like, subscribe, and let me know down in the comments what you want me to play next. Bye.